Hey everybody, Rory from A&S Gear. We're going to look at a new gun from First Strike today. This is the First Strike FSC or First Strike Compact. So as you can see, it is a smaller version of the 8.1, 9.1 pistols that we've seen from them already. See it right here. Very compact, very small. FSC Compact. Inside the box, you're going to get the gun. You're going to get a magazine, which already comes in the gun. You're going to get manual, barrel sleeve, all that stuff. Plus, you are going to get one more magazine. Get two. Dos Magazinos. Or whoever that is. All right. So, magazine that comes with it is designed to run on an 8-gram CO2 cartridge. 8 gram. To get it in there, fold the tab up on the bottom and unscrew. This will give you the room to get the 8-gram cartridge inside there. Right here. This is an 8-gram. Little baby one. Put it in and twist this down. Now if I turn this all the way in, crank on it, we're going to puncture the CO2 cartridge, releasing the gas into the magazine. Now the magazine has a valve on the top of it, just like the other guns, or the other Tiberius guns, the 8191. It will not release the gas out of the magazine. It will hold it there until you put it in the gun, where a pin comes down and pushes the valve and releases that gas out into the gun. This will allow you to refill the paintballs in the magazine without having to change the cartridge or the canister inside of there. You should get approximately 2 to 3 mag, I don't know how I can rephrase that. You'll be able to shoot 2 or 3 mags worth of ammunition, whether it be First Strike or 68 cal or whatever it is, per 8 gram, or if you have another one, we'll talk about that in a minute. So 8 grams, 2 to 3 magazines per fill or per cartridge right there. So you just drop that down, put your balls in there, and go for it. I'm going to release this one. Now a lot of you guys are thinking, well, I don't have an 8-gram cartridge. I have a 12-gram cartridge. What can I do? I don't have 8 grams laying around. I don't want to buy more cartridges. So what you can do, Tiberius out of that. The 8191 magazines are compatible with the FSC. And these take a 12-gram cartridge. You can see the difference in sizes right there. So we can take that one, and that one can go in there. I'm not really going to put it in there. But same process to put that in there. We're not talking about these magazines right now. Just talking about 12 grams and 8 grams. Magazine itself goes in there. Now the first time I put these ones in, they didn't want to lock in. They were just drop out. They wouldn't snap in. But after I put it in and out a couple times, pushed it in there, made sure it snapped in really well, clicked in, no problem. So you can see that it's not going to come out of there. So it fits in there. It's compatible. The only thing, maybe they'll make a adapter plate for the bottom down the road. This is open right here. So if you happen to get shot with a paintball right there, you might get paint inside there or dirt or debris inside there. But at least it's compatible. And if you already have extra magazines, because you have the bigger gun, or you already have 12 grams, you can use it. So that's that. Excuse me. With mags and the cartridges. Now, other than that, the gun on the inside is very similar to the 8.1, 9.1s on how it works, the parts that are inside of there. These are just reconfigured and shrunk to fit the size of the gun now. Taking this apart is actually easier than doing the 8.1s and 9.1s, which I thought wasn't going to be like that, but it's great. It's so much easier to do these and get into them than the other ones that I would much rather work on it. Taking it apart, barrel's going to come out the same way as it did on the 8.191. So you're going to push it in, rotate, and pop it out. It's right there. There's our barrel. Our spring is inside there too. Our spring. At this point, that's it. That's all you can take out of the gun from the outside. We have a safety lever on the side. Lets you shoot, snap it back, locked up so you cannot shoot. So rather than having that toggle that was on there, that push back and forth toggle, now you've got a standard like safety button that you push like that. All right, let's take it apart. So you're going to remove the front and rear frame screw, and then you have 2 side screws that are going to come out. Now the front and rear frame screw are one size, and the side ones are a different size. So let's get that one out of there. that one out of there. You can see just how easy this is. If you've ever had the other one and you've taken it apart, you know how the trigger can fight you, especially when you're going to put it back in. You have to line up that linkage arm, getting it to drop into the side of the frame. It can be a little tricky if you've never done it before. But now that I've got these 4 screws out, ta-da! It comes right off. It's awesome. You can see our trigger right here, our linkage arm comes back to our regulator that's back here, and our assembly that releases the bolt and lets it do its job to shoot the paintball out of there. Now if I wanted to pull this apart, I'd have to pop this pin out of here. I'd have to undo this and lift this up, although I probably could lift it up just like that. So let's actually see if I can do that. This one's got a little lock washer on there. Yeah, there you go. This is our bolt right here, back cap on the back here. This is our whole sear assembly, regulator assembly is inside of here. So very, very simple to take apart, very easy to maintain. I love it. So much nicer getting into these than it is with the other ones. I was wondering how they were going to do that. How were they going to accommodate for the smaller space? And they did a fantastic job with it. All right. Actually, if this is anything like the other ones, they always tell you before you put the trigger assembly on, the bolt should be in a forward position. So I'm going to do that just to make sure. We're going to slide our bolt forward like that. And put this back on. This way it properly engages the sear. Like that. We're going to go ahead and put everything back together. And then the last thing we're going to do is put our spring and our barrel in. When we put the spring in and then the barrel is going to push the bolt back into its original position and catch it on the sear assembly that we put back on there. So that's why you want to make sure that if you put that back on there, that the whole assembly is in the right position, in the right spot. Otherwise it won't work, it won't fire. All right, so let's drop that in. Let's line our barrel up. You hear it snap right there, it clicked into position. Perfect, ready to go. Magazine in. Oh, helps me throw it the right way. Ready to rock and roll. That's it, First Strike C for compact. Smaller than the other ones, I think easier to take apart and maintenance, so that's great. Compatible with the old style magazine, so if you want the 12 gram capacity and you want the higher capacity ball or magazine that holds more balls, I guess is really what I'm trying to get at, then you can do that too. If you've already got them, you can throw them in or you can buy them. The only downside to that is the little gap that you have there between the sizes, and you might get paint or whatever in there. Hopefully they make something that just slides right over the magazine and you don't have to worry about it. That would be great. But they are brand new, they're available, they're in stock, they're available through the website, First Strike FSC, First Strike Compacts. Order yours now through ansgear.com.